Thank you so much for coming today to show your support that so many of us need these days. I can tell you how it is to be us the last year. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you do what you're not allowed to do in regular days, is you send your hand to grab a phone to look, is there any news of someone who got hurt that I know of? This is our daily life the last year. For me personally, the last week was very hard with two friends who were killed in Lebanon. It's a reality that we don't want anyone to experience. Now, these days, as you know, as Jews, we read the weekly parasha. We read every week a different part and continue every week. And we just started Simchat Torah, the day of the massacre, was the day that was supposed to be the greatest celebration of the Torah that we share. And where we finish and start from the beginning. And the weeks afterward, we read the first parashot. Last week, we read Parashat Bereshit, the beginning, and now we're reading Parashat Noach. In these two parashot, we read the highest point of humankind and the lowest point at the same time. And there is an understanding that comes through when Noach comes out of the ark and God smells the great smell of the offering that Noach brings. And God understands something about humankind. He says a terrible sentence that Yetzer Lev Adam Ra Mineurav, that the urges of man from the very beginning is evil. How can he say that? People, humankind, I just saw a beautiful baby outside. How can you say that from the very beginning they have an evil spirit, something that takes them to the evil? But I think that when God says these words, it's the most very important understanding of what humankind are. Because last week when we read Parashat Bereshit, God looked on each and every creature, and you know your Bible, right? So I don't need to tell you, that he looked on every creature and said that it was good. Sunday, it doesn't call Sunday, the first day, second day, third day, until he comes to the sixth day. And he creates Adam. He creates a human. And very weirdly, the only creature that God doesn't say it is good is human. All the other creatures are good, except us. And I think this is the very essence of the story of the creation, is this part. That yes, God doesn't say we are good. Because being good is not our nature. Being good is our goal. We are going to define if we are good or evil. And everything in between. And evil doesn't belong to the other. If anyone generalizes about groups and say they are the evil, He didn't read the Holy Scriptures. Because every one of us have the potential to be evil. Every one of us has a potential to be good. And that's why we are human. Because we can choose. I had a visit from a soldier who came here after 300 days in Gaza. And they had a group of 3 friends. And one of them has the most terrible position in the army. He worked for the military police. Those are the most irritating people, those who stop us from doing what we, those who put chains on our hands to do everything we need to do against the enemy. I met a terrific guy who pays a price. Nobody likes him. But he does a holy work. Because he and people are like him, I want to make sure that also Jews who can do evil won't do that. That we'll try as much as we can to run a war with the least wrongdoings. Now, there are always wrongdoings in war. But as Jews, we have an obligation to minimize it more than anyone else. Why? Because we see ourselves as people who have a mission in the world. Being Mamlechet Kohanim Vegoy Kadosh, a holy nation. A nation of priests. We have higher demand from ourselves. So we don't need excuses. Why is it allowed to do wrong things? No. We have to do them right. Because this is a mission we took upon ourselves. It's an ungrateful mission. You know around the world how people can talk about Israel. Luckily, we have also some friends who speaks highly of us in these hard times, and we need that. We need you as friends who can understand we are people. We are not people. We are not perfect. We are not a holy nation. We are only a holy nation if we live up to our goal and expectations. It's not in our essence. We're not born that way. We are born as people just like anyone else, every human being who needs to decide, am I doing good? This has and always have been the human experience, and it's right 100 times more in a time of war when it's not easy. Thank you so much for your support and friendship. Do it as friends do, with compassion, with understanding, and with a great heart that you give. Thank you so much.